It's been a disappointing wet summer, but in the first 2 days of September, the sun's brought some warmth back into the garden. On the 2nd of September, the drones and queens were leaving the ant colony under the small alpine bed. It's the first suitable weather for their mass exit for weeks. It's the last week in September, and anything that's happened in the garden since the first week, we've missed it because we've been away on holiday for 3 weeks. I'm just using the shears on this long part of the grass that we haven't mown all season, because I've just seen several frogs hopping about in it and I don't want to injure or kill them. The last few days of September, the annoying, very breezy weather returned. At the side of the small summer house, a blackberry bush had now provided a few blackberries for the birds. The runners were spreading under the summer house. I'll cut them back later. I've had a very disappointing season with our pond, with nothing really happening, but there's still a lot of water boatmen in the pond. But that persistent wind returned again in early October. I'm still taking great care cutting back the remains of the bit of the flowering lawn I've let grow this summer, because there are loads of tiny frogs hiding in the grass. Then the unsettled wet weather returned again until mid-October. It's around this time of year I give my copperacer its yearly prune to keep it under check. In July I saved the seed from the yellow rattle growing in the lawn. And now it's time to prepare the area that hasn't been mown until yesterday. I'm now going to sow the yellow rattle seeds. Along some of the paths I'm ripping out the dying foliage and throwing it on the compost heap. And I'm also reducing the creeping quinfoil. It's taking over the borders. We've had fewer common spotted and marsh orchids this year, but it looks like they've set seed. The unsettled wet weather continued throughout October. It's the last week in October and we've got water ravens in flower. They generally come out in April. A few solitary bees have used my insect hotel and sealed off their eggs in some of the holes, and I've cleared out the hedgehog house. I'm always hoping it will become occupied. I've also been weeding the grasses from round the stream. It's been choked up. Now we can hear the river running again. I'm just taking advantage of the last bit of warm sun before winter sets in. The ivy growing up through the old conifer hedge is invaluable for all the autumn insects and late butterflies. To me, autumn's a sad time of the year because everything's dying back and the garden is just a mere shadow of what it was like in the spring. I'm going to leave all the foliage on throughout the winter for the birds and overwintering insects. Well, that's it for today and the last 2 months, but I'll still film anything that's of interest during the next few months until spring arrives, my favourite time of the year.